Changemakers, and welcome to The Core, sponsored by Red Apple EdCo. This is your Everything Education podcast. We talk about current events, books to read. We interview education leaders, hear their stories, learn from their biggest lessons, and they share what they wish you knew about what it means to be in education today. I'm your host, Dr. Kia Turner. Buckle up for small seeds of inspiration that can lead to big changes in your classroom practice. Let's take a bite out of today's guest. Hey everybody, it's Dr. Kia here again at EdCampNLA in partnership with Louisiana Public Broadcasting. I'm actually here with Nancy Tooraen with Louisiana PBS, and she really wants to get the mission of public broadcasting out there and kind of talk through how this partnership with EdCamp and Louisiana PBS came about, and then leave you with some things you need to know about the mission of public broadcasting. So, as you know, I use Screencastify Lite free to all educators, and it gives me a 10-minute window. So, we are going to be sure to stay on time, and we would love for you guys to have a listen. So, thank you for sitting down. Really appreciate you taking time. This is a very busy EdCamp, in case I haven't told you. Okay. And not only has Ms. Tooraen helped lead a session, okay, but I think you were even here early helping to set up.
Was. We've partnered with EdCamp to put on this whole event this morning.
Wow. And so tell us a little bit about how this partnership with Louisiana PBS and EdCamp. This one's run by educator Alexander. I already told you that she's phenomenal. So if you don't know her, get to know her. She's on Twitter at Educator Alex. Okay. So tell us how this came about.
Well, actually, Desiree is our PBS digital innovator from Louisiana.
Desiree is Educator Alexander.
Yes.
Okay, go ahead.
So she actually is our champion, our PBS Louisiana champion teacher for LPB. So she's already doing ed camps. And PBS approached LPB about partnering to do these ed camps. Because when you look at ed camps around the country and you look at ed camps, you look at PBS stations around the country, if you lay the maps on top of each other, it's almost an exact replication.
Oh, wow.
So we all saw that this is a natural fit. This is a natural partnership that we all should be doing this together, because you all know that PBS is the world's largest classroom. And PBS's mission, as well as LPB, is education. That's what we do. We're not just television, but education is the most important thing.
And I was just saying that one of the things that surprised me was coming to an ed camp that was sponsored by television station. I had no idea of this pilot, and maybe some of you out there are in cities where EdCamp has partnered with PBS, but I have not heard of it before, and it has led to a deeper EdCamp experience than one that I have had before. And this camp in particular, right, Nancy, has an early childhood focus. I think you said you went out and purposefully pushed for early childhood educators.
I contacted every early childhood organization, network, schools, Head Starts, in the surrounding 5 parishes around Bossier and Shreveport to let them know that they could come. And we have an incredible amount of teachers here that teach early childhood. So obviously it worked. And
one whole early childhood team came together. They have matching shirts. I will be sure to tweet out the picture.
Oh,
You've got to see it. Yes, they have these red apples, I think, all covered in crystals or something. It's wonderful. Fabulous.
So the reason why we focused on early childhood is because PBS's resources for early childhood are extremely strong. They're all research-based. All of the children's television shows that you see on PBS, like Peg plus Cat, Cat in the Hat knows a lot about that, Sid the Science Kid. All of these shows have been developed. They're research-based. They have educational curriculum and philosophies behind them. And the most fabulous thing is public broadcasting reaches every home, every child, every parent, every grandparent. These kids are home watching these shows. They know the songs and they are learning. So it's not just sitting in front of a television. They're actually learning skills. They're learning vocabulary. They're learning how to count. They're learning about diversity. They're learning about social and emotional skills. So it's actually helping parents help their children to learn and get ready for school. So our focus is getting children ready for school. And that's why we asked all of these early childhood educators here.
So if someone watching us is in an early childhood classroom, not in Louisiana, unfortunately, all right, you all know I'm from Missouri and just happened to be excited to come and get the chance to come here. But if I'm in an early childhood classroom and I'm in Missouri, where do I get those research-based resources that you're talking about?
You would go sign up. Well, first of all, you need to connect with your local public television station.
Listen to that, people who are thinking of running a new
go to their
EdCamp.
websites. They will have lots of information, a whole section on education. All PBS stations focus on education, and you will be able to see all the resources available. And all of us do PBS Learning Media, which is a digital media library for teachers pre-K through 12 and beyond.
Say that resource back slow. Check it out, you guys.
PBS Learning Media.
Just .com. PBSLearningMedia.org.
But you can access it through your local public television station's webpage. So,
okay.
Yes, because sometimes local public television stations have their own content specific to that area, that community. So really your local public television station gives you that community feel, the community resources, as well as nationwide. So that's really important.
Is amazing, and I really appreciate you taking the time to sit down and share with us. Can you tell us, just as our closing question, what is one thing that you want people to know about how the mission of PBS drives sort of the partnership and community work that you're doing?
Well,
like something we might not have figured. And I think you said earlier, people think it's just a television station, but really there's a lot of science and education and intentionality that goes into the programming that you're rolling out.
Right. Well, all local public television stations, the communities that we live in are so important. We're able to tell those stories. So it's not a national thing. We're local. We can tell local stories. We can provide local resources, that we're doing things like EdCamp out in the community. But our main mission, and throughout public television all over the country, is learn. Whether you're 100 years old or you're 2 years old. But, PBS is all about telling our stories and sharing, sharing with our communities, empowering people to do better. So we're empowering these teachers to share what they already know. They're the experts. They're the ones already in the classrooms. No one knows better than all of these teachers who are in the classroom. And for them to be able to share their knowledge and to share their experiences, that is so much more powerful than having an expert up at a podium telling you what you need to do, because they don't know what you need. Only these individual teachers know what they need, and this event has allowed them to tell us what they need and also to what they know to share with other teachers. It's very powerful, very powerful.
I will say that's been one of the most impactful aspects of this EdCamp, is just the sheer number of teachers who have come, and then who haven't only shown up, but who want to share what they're doing, who want to collaborate, who want more ideas, and who definitely want to expand their network and to grow. And so if you are watching this, remember that you heard it here first. If you were thinking of deepening your EdCamp approach, you may need to approach your local public broadcasting station to see how they can get involved and help further the mission of EdCamp in general. I'm trying not to joke. Talk to you soon. Bye, you guys.
Bye-bye.
That's all we have for today. Thank you for listening to The Core. Wherever you are listening to us, be sure to like our show, subscribe, and share the episode that's meant the most to you. We appreciate every single one of our subscribers, as do our sponsors. We look forward to seeing you next week. You can also check us out on YouTube at Red Apple EdCo if you'd like to see more video of these conversations. We have them posted there.